Our last session saw the deaths of both Alair and Dak the Wanderer. The loss of these former members of the Silverline Party has shaken our remaining members, all three of you having a breaking moment in one way or another. We resume on the same day, the same place, the same moment we left off, with Rin kneeling next to Dak,
No!
weeping. No?
I mean... Okay.
I mean, he's gonna be there a while, so.
Alright.
May I roll to see if Untreki wakes up?
Yeah.
Would it be a Constitution saving throw or a Constitution just
I wouldn't roll for it, but Constitution something.
Just depending on how long Rin is, I would have gotten up and just been on watch near the city inside of Undraki and Rin and Connect.
You know what? I'm not gonna roll for it because that's a 2 plus 2. And
She
I
did?
want to
When
wake
the roll
up.
goes badly, you don't want it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm awake now. I rolled after I got up. I mean, like I'm already awake. I'm kidding. I can be still unconscious if, like, I mean, I did roll for it. Got a 2 plus 2.
Gotta obey the rules.
That's the
Rin,
role I play.
your amulet is echoing the pain in your heart at the moment, feeling like it's burning into your chest. And
Oof.
Tristal, standing within sight of everyone, just kind of keeping watch, you see faint flickers of flame wrapping around Rin every now and then. They don't look like they're burning or harming him, but it's definitely not normal.
Are there like heat waves visible?
I would say so, yeah.
How's Akinash?
Well, that depends. Rin, when you burned the bodies of Jarus Blackmane and his soldiers, did you burn everything? Flesh, bones, armor, and all?
I would say most likely yes.
Okay.
Anything that could burn.
In that case, Akanesh is just looking a bit bored and annoyed. Just sitting, looking at you, looking at Rin, looking at Unthragi, just looking bored.
Have Dak and Alair's bodies been buried yet?
There's not much left of a lair to bury. It's dust.
Yeah.
Uh,
I meant to say this during last session, but I would have still buried her, so.
Okay. Dak has
Okay,
not been
messed
buried
up.
yet. Rin is still kneeling next to Dak's body.
I'll gesture to Akinash to like come here. I'll try saying it in Draconic if I can.
Okay, make an intelligence check for me, please. As
Okay.
you have not fully learned the language.
Sorry, just giving a hand for you to roll. Sorry. What I have to roll again?
Intelligence.
Okay. Uh 8.
You say what you think is come here, and he just looks at you and
I'll make a gesture like a come here motion with my hand, like
eh.
yeah. I'll point at Anthraki and like make a motion like, can you pick her up and carry her into the city again? I'm I'm not strong.
I'm gonna roll intelligence for him. Natural 20.
I'm trying to. Yes, thank you, Akadash, you dumb
He's
piece.
going to do his best to help her get over there. He doesn't have hands to carry with, but it's more or less him
Like toothless.
flying and kind of dragging her across the ground.
I'll see that she's settled and like have Akanash just like stay by her, and then I'll go near Rin, just tentatively. I'm wiping tears. I'm getting close to Jack's body too, just like, Rin, if you can hear me, I'm gonna move the body. I'm not gonna hurt you. I just want to respect our friend. Yes, Sophia, you too. Yes, GG. Shush. What's your character's name? You don't have one. Shush.
I knew it was a good idea to bring tissues.
Prepared this time.
I'll slowly crouch down, like I'm between. Jack's body's between me and Rin, and I'll kneel down and I'll just like carefully put my hands underneath his shoulders, like in it, like to hook around his arms, his shoulders, and start slowly dragging him back, just keeping a very careful eye on Rin.
Okay. You do
Anything
feel
happen?
you do feel warmth coming from Rin, but not enough that it's painful. Those same small flames still flickering.
Can I drag him to where his grave is dug?
Yeah, the grave is dug and prepared right there.
Okay. Instead of me just like dumping him in, I'll actually just like hop in first and then turn around and try to like have his body like kind of slide down onto my back, and then I'll turn around and carefully lay him down that way. And then I'll hop out and is there like any grasses or ferns or branches or
There's
anything that
roots from
smells?
nearby trees. And grasses and ferns wouldn't be too hard to find, not far away. Stone Maiden is on the edge of a forest.
I think
Would we have gotten all of his stuff off of him? Like
Yes,
the
Rin
stuff
has already
that
taken his
we
gear.
looted his body.
Yes.
Okay.
I find his helmet and his weapons, and I'll just place them on his chest. His hands resting on his axe, sword,
Longsword.
longsword. And I have. No, I don't have it. Never mind. I got rid of it. Never mind. I just arrange them as restfully looking as I can.
Okay.
And
May I try to wake up again?
I'll gesture to Akanash to help me start burying him back again.
I was wondering if I could try that after Alkanash thumped me
You
along the
can
road.
just... Yeah, you would probably be awake at
Okay.
this point.
I got a 19 plus 2. I got a 19.
Okay.
I got a 19 plus 2.
Having been more or less
Cool.
dragged across
He's-
the ground.
She's now kind of eyes open, blearily looking around, like very, very dazed, and then pull herself up into a sitting position, and eyes just immediately go to where Crystal is, and like I assume there'd be a trail of blood.
There is a lot of blood in the area. Some of it's Dax, some of it's Morgozan soldiers or Blackmanes.
I meant like a trail of where she dragged the body to the grave.
Didn't have to drag it far.
Okay. But she's gonna then shakily get to her feet, and with a 19 plus 2, I'm going to assume that she's able to withstand everything. And
Yeah.
then make her way over, kind of about a foot or two away from Rin, and just sit down there and just stare at what Crystal's doing.
Okay. You notice the same flickering small flames around Rin as he's kneeling. The same aura of heat emanating from him. But he sees...
Oh, with my... Oh, sorry. I didn't mean
What?
to interrupt you. With my fire resistance, would I be able to put a hand on his shoulder?
You can.
Oh. I don't like that
Hand
face.
is gone.
Do you?
I will test the waters. First. I kind of reach my hand out, not really looking at what I'm doing, just kind of a thing out of... It's like a self-conscious gesture.
Okay.
Unconscious.
He wants to touch his face.
Rin, you feel Unthraki's hand on you. Unthraki, this aura of heat and flickering flames fades away as you touch him. As you sort of bring him back a bit to the present.
I am not going to say anything. I'm just gonna... My eyes are trained on Crystal. Or what I can see of Crystal if she's in a 6-foot grave. Probably nothing, because she's short.
Short!
We're trying to keep the mood light, okay, DM?
I don't blame you.
I'm assuming by this time that you've got it all buried.
It takes a bit of time, but yeah, the task of laying Dak to rest is soon accomplished.
Look around. Is there any stones or big pieces of rubble or something?
There are stones stacked that look like they may have been planned to be used for this wall surrounding the warehouse courtyard, but were just left as extra. So there are stones to make a bit of a monument, if that's what you're intending.
Yeah, just something to protect the mound and
Okay.
maybe carve something in it. But
At this point, if the grave is covered up, Untraki is going to stand up and go help her.
Okay.
Do we need to make strength checks or anything?
No, this is just something that you accomplish.
Okay.
I'm not going to risk the chance of failing to make...
Did Tristal ask me something?
I just said, how are you feeling?
She's gonna kind of look up at Tristal, and just like her face is still like void of expression. There's tear stains on her face, and she's just going to attempt a smile, fail, and then go back to picking up stones and putting them on the grave. Dang it.
What else to do?
After we complete the task, I would like to go and check on Rin again.
Okay. Rin, how does she find you?
I haven't moved much, but I'm not near comatose anymore.
So almost mechanically, she's going to crouch down in front of him. Is she able... Does he have any weapons in his hands or anything?
No,
Does he have any blood on his hands?
probably.
Yeah.
Okay.
Once it burned off.
I don't know. I don't think it would burn off if the flames wasn't affecting you. But she's going to like I said, almost mechanically, just kind of reach forward, grab both his hands, and help him stand up very slowly. And then help him over to like sit against someplace. Like away from the scene.
Like across the street.
I've read that change of scenery helps with this sort of stuff. Experienced it too.
Is that in character or?
I mean, no.
Okay.
Sorry, I would not be talking this cheerfully. I wouldn't be speaking at all. She'd be very, very quiet.
She is.
Yes, I'm sorry.
As you are... Well, are you... I take it that means you're leaving the warehouse courtyard, because that's kind of a single enclosed space where all this happened.
I mean, if
Yeah.
Kind of just like out right
is
outside.
all-
Okay. There are benches, there are presumably still chairs in the tavern if you need some place to sit down, but as you're getting back onto the main road, two figures are on their way into town, moving cautiously. Theo, Sapphire, the two of you stumbled across a large group of people hiding in the forest on your way to Stone Maiden. One of the guards with them informed you of the situation, that an enemy force was expected to arrive in pursuit of the local guard captain, a man named Dak. Both Dak and another guard, a minotaur named Gundyr, had elected to remain in the town and face the enemy, while the rest of the guards and civilians weathered the event in the forest. Having been told the enemy force was of Morgozan origin, you elected to take a look to see if you could assist or if the coast was already clear. And now you encounter an odd group, looking somewhat worse for wear, but no sign of ongoing fighting. There's a human woman in dark leather armor, visibly armed with a crossbow and rapier, a tiefling woman with a beautiful white quarterstaff and a small black dragon at her side, and a very tall, white-skinned man in plate armor with red feathers, with a large elk walking next to him. What do you do?
Sapphire's just gonna, like, look weirdly at the dragon, but kind of not say anything, but she's obviously staring, but trying not to stare.
What?
Hold on one second. I gotta go.
Ruh-roh.
Yeah,
Crystal is
I
dead.
have a question.
What is your question?
How long after the events of Dak's death do these picky people approach? Is it like 1 hour, 3 hours?
We'll
Because
say...
what the heck? I thought we would approach if they would have to meet them later.
It's probably
I
been
mean,
an hour
this
or a
is
little more.
what an entrance to the party. Hi guys, our friend's dead. We are traumatized, and you want to join
our party.
our party? Heck no! I was a blast. I'd probably not do that, but she probably would kind of just like glare at whoever's approaching and have an Eldritch Blast in her hand. Just like,
Okay, I'll wait
and
till
she's-
Crystal's back if you still want to
yeah,
go with
oh yeah, forgot, sorry. Beep beep. But anyway, hi Sapphire, that's a cool name.
Thank
I
you.
will say,
I'm a half orc.
You're ew. I take it back.
Green, her name is Sapphire.
Unthraki's racist.
No, you hate dwarves, not half-orcs.
I'm racist.
Womp womp.
I will say just because Oh, good, she's here.
All right. I'm Crystal again. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Crystal.
Hello, Christo.
Hello.
Did you
Where's my
wanna-
mac and cheese? Come on, guys.
Did you want to continue what you were describing in Thraki? I think that's cool.
Right.
Yeah.
As they approach, she is support. I'd like to say that I'd be supporting Rin with standing because I don't know his I don't think I've ever seen Rin like this before, and I'm not going to risk kind of like him being by himself. So I'm just kind of allowing him to just kind of lean and like supporting him. And then when I see these two figures on the road, immediately my mind translates to more enemies. And after everything that Untaraki just went through, she is going to summon an Eldritch Blast in her hand and just glare at the people approaching.
As she does that, Rin's going to like very tiredly just grab her arm, and it's quiet, but just like the weary quiet. I want to go home.
She is immediately going to drop the Eldritch Blast, and her hand is shaking now as she kind of just I guess what they call it is grounding. So she's going to like kind of put her hand on top of his and just kind of look over at Tristal and like, what do we do?
Sapphire,
Dang.
you know,
I
you
just
Yeah.
saw this. Probably didn't hear anything,
Yeah.
but it looked like one of them was preparing a spell and then was stopped by the other one. The small dragon
I'll have
is
been
glaring
stepping
at the both
forward.
of you, very visibly eyeing you as potential threats.
I'm just gonna kind of raise my hands, be like, whoa, okay.
As this all is happening, I'll just look at Rin and Thraki, sum it up, and just step forward, hands in a placating gesture, to Akanash. I'll try again to say in Draconic.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Hold on.
Maybe like no attack.
The fewer words, the lower DC.
Yeah. Hold on. I had it. Just protect and wait.
Oh, excuse me.
Oh. Okay. Shall I roll for that?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Intelligence
Honestly,
again?
Yep.
I love seeing the DM's video cam as he's like, okay, yeah, go ahead. And you see his eyes kind of unfocused, and he's like, okay, how will I have to break it to him gently?
11?
Okay. He like glancing at you, just like, shakes his head just a little bit, and when Thraki hears him say, you don't understand the words, but Thraki hears, "I'll do what I want."
Untraki, may I roll for persuasion?
Hold on. I wasn't done yet.
Oh,
Please.
Sorry. Oops.
If that's okay, DM? So I can continue?
Yeah.
As my hands are on a placating gesture, I'll just walk forward and be like, there's not much left back there, except bodies and ash. We mean you no harm. We're just a bit shaken up.
I take it the battle's already passed then.
Yes.
Oh, we're too late.
Are there any survivors of the god?
No.
Theo is going to run a hand through his hair and just sit there for a second, and then turn to Sapphire and go, well, that's a shame.
Well, what's next, Theo, then?
I'll turn back to the party, and I'll just kind of size them up for a moment. Just so you all are aware, I'll describe Theo real quick.
Yeah,
if
go
you
ahead and
want.
describe your characters.
Yeah. So, Theo, let me look at my notes. Where did I put the notes? Oh, there it is. Okay. He's clad in all black robes with violet trim. You can see a long sword sheathed at his waist and a spell book under his right arm. His hair is like shoulder length and blonde. Some of it's tied back into a ponytail to keep his bangs out of his eyes, which are hazel. And he's got some very worn laced brown boots and a strange looking sleek black gauntlet on his left arm. He's gonna look at the party and ask, are you adventurers?
Trying to be. We're a group called the Silver Line.
Let me roll history real quick.
And
I
Sapphire.
want to see if
I've-
you would know anything about what they did in Twin Pines.
Oh, okay.
What did you?
You probably
What's
would
up,
have passed by Twin Pines on your way down from Briam. Sapphire, if you could give a description of your character.
Yeah, my character is a half orc, and she has a mace on her side, but she is wearing the robes and the gear of someone who I don't know if they have robes. She's marked as someone who works at the Temple of Truth.
Oh.
Are you a monk?
No, I'm a cleric.
Oh, cool.
Oh, you help dead guys.
But I'm a
At
cleric
Minecraft.
who works at the Temple of Truth. And I don't know if they have attire, Liam, certain attire. I should have asked that before.
There probably would be a bit of a uniform. Robes and or whatever armor you have are...
Yeah. Well, and she'll
more than
probably
likely.
have... Does it have a symbol?
Calaros does have a symbol depicting his... Well, just like to stand for him. I believe
Yeah.
it's... I think I described it as just a square with a smaller solid square
Mm-hmm.
inside. It's just a very basic
Yeah.
symbol.
Well, she'll have that on her armor. Kind of at the shoulder. That symbol on her.
So, at the response of them trying to be adventurers, you'll see Theo's eyes narrow for a second. He goes, "You're the Silver Line, aren't you?"
Didn't I
They
just
just
say
said they
that?
were the civil line.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yeah, they
I'm
do.
civil right now.
He has short-term memory loss.
It's hard to tell when the dog.
I'm just
piles
gonna kind of
happen.
like nudge him and be
Ah.
like, they just said that.
He's gonna shake his head and then rub his brow again and go, right. Couple long days
I
on the
don't-
road.
Sorry, if you're looking for anybody here, there's no one left. If you're looking for an adventuring party to do work, we're full and tired. So,
Do
maybe
any
look
of your
somewhere
party
else.
need healing? I can heal.
Oh. I think they would just be silent at that because the one person who we want to heal is unable to be healed.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, please
Single
let me
hit.
know. Yeah.
The wounds that we want healed are already in the grave. So
Theo's
I'm sorry to
expression-
hear that.
Yeah, Theo's expression becomes very stony at that, and he just simply nods and goes, "I understand."
Oh, may I say, after Akanash had said, "I'll do what I want," I had asked to make a persuasion roll.
Mm-hmm.
Would that still be possible? Like, that would be what I say directly after he says that?
Yeah, that's fine. What are you saying to persuade him, or what are you doing to persuade him otherwise?
Quick burp.
Okay, I got a 14 plus 7 on persuasion. And I would say, I'm not going to take back what I said. You can do what you want, but what kind of dragon do you want to be remembered as?
We don't know them. They could kill another one of you.
They could. I know. She's gonna like grit her teeth and like clench her fist. Like, I know that, but and then she's gonna gesture towards Rin, and Tristel's like, we've seen enough death for today.
I'll wait.
Theo is kind of watching this exchange between the dragon, even though he clearly does not have any idea what you guys are talking about. He's just gonna kind of nod and then be like, well, we don't mean to cause trouble. We were looking for, well, answers. He's gonna gesture to the person next to him, the half-orc. He goes, this is my friend Sapphire. I'm Theo Greyburn. The war that's been started by the forces of Morgos has left us, well, homeless. And, I was hoping I could find a surviving member of their guard, and I'm not sure where I was gonna go from there. Find answers, find who's responsible. Would you happen to know anything about that?
Undraki will whisper to Alkanash, just like, if they do betray us, I will not stop you.
He just
if they do turn on us, if they do turn on us, I will not stop you. And her eyes, she's not taking her eyes off of Theo or Sapphire.
Okay.
Just like keep supporting Rin. Friends.
Monitoring everything that these guys are saying, because this is tense and we're all tired and it's a hard situation. I'll just put a hand on. Is Rin still boiling?
No, that has ended.
I'll just put a hand on Rin and also catch Inzaki's eye.
So
I will
you
make
would
a point to catch it. I will make a point to catch your eye, if it means to be in front of her too.
Mm-hmm.
And just be like, we are all in need of a good turn and some friendship, and most importantly, a place to sleep that is not here. If you two know of a place or have a campsite, would you be able to host?
We have the materials to set up a campsite. We can do that.
Theo's gonna snort softly to himself. Sleep outside.
I'm gonna hit him. Theo.
Well, here's the thing. We may have information that you're looking for, and I, for one, will be willing to give it in exchange for a safe place to sleep.
Well, Theo's gonna look to Sapphire and goes, if it's all right with you.
At this, Undraki's gonna kind of grab, at. Oh, I'm sorry.
He's gonna look at Sapphire and then nod once and unsheath his longsword slowly, but hold it out in both of his hands towards the party and go, if you can help me, I'll help you. I'll lend you my blade.
We do not need it.
Well, that's all he's saying.
Yes, I know.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
You're good.
It's challenging.
As he's saying this, Undraki's gonna kind of nudge or get Tristel's attention. She's like, we do not need new friends. Not after this. You saw what happened to the lair. We can't trust these people. You're putting too much. You're putting too much faith in them. We don't even know who their names. Tristel. Please.
If it helps, I'm not sure what's going on, but I can always cast a zone of truth once we set up camp.
I'll just turn and look at Undraki like.
Undraki's gonna laugh and shake. Undraki's gonna laugh and shake her head, and just.
Undraki, it's the best we've got. If you want, you can go sleep somewhere else. But I
Believe
need
me,
help.
I am
My-
thinking of it.
I'm just gonna. My eyes start to fill with tears, and I'm like, my family is embroiled with the Morgozan war. I am not going to leave them behind and have them trampled while the world goes to ruin. I need help. If that means leaving you and Rin behind, then so be it. You and your stupid dragon, who have just been getting us into trouble left and right. Not that it's any of your specific fault. Just your emotions run amok, and right now, everyone's emotions are high. I am trying to do what's best for both of you, because I need you, and I don't want to leave you behind. And I don't want to be saying these things. But my family, they're my family, but you are too, and
I think
I'm
we
trying
should
to be
go.
I'm trying to be a good family. Just we're tired. We need a place to sleep. I'll turn back to Theo and Saffron and be like, just please, before any of our conversation keeps on happening, please, we can talk for hours. Just take us someplace. Or
I
set up a
can
campsite
set
like
up
now.
camp. Yeah. We should probably get away from the main road.
I'll help Usher, Rin and Dothraki, and just gesture to Akanash in as kind of a manner as I can, because I'm also tired.
Okay.
While before I leave, I'm not gonna make it obvious. I'm gonna try to make it as subtle as possible, but I'm going to cast Aid on the dragon.
And what does that do?
Which,
Ooh.
each of the target's hit point maximum and current hit points increase by 5 for the duration. So he heals for 5 hit points, and if that's over max, then he will increase by it for 8 hours.
Wow.
His max increases?
Whoa.
Yeah,
Whoa.
Well,
for 8
That-
hours.
that does not bring him to full health, but part of the wound seals over. It's not fully healed, but it's
Mm-hmm.
at least partially healed.
Mm-hmm.
What did that?
Sorry, I'm doing muting on and off with Sophus Wayland.
All right. I take it you head out of Stone Maiden itself, off into the forest, at least for a few minutes, until you're a decent ways away from the town before setting up a campsite.
Yeah.
All right. The whole time, I can't speak for the rest of the party, but the dragon is very blatantly, obviously staring at both of you. It's not any kind of dragon you're familiar with. It's black, obviously, but it's also got kind of this red underglow to the scales on its chest, and it doesn't have the swept forward horns that your typical black dragon has. It's peculiar.
What kind of check would I have to run to see if I know or could place the species? I don't know.
Seeing as
I'm
this
just a
is
country
the
bumpkin.
first of its kind, it's really not possible.
Okay. Cool.
But you could make a nature check to notice that it's not any known kind of dragon.
Yeah, I'll roll nature.
Okay.
That's a 19 plus 3.
Yeah, you run through the list, there's 10 that you know of, and this doesn't fit any of them.
I'll just, I'll be staring back at Akanash for quite a while as we move, and then I don't know if it's quiet during the walk. I assume it would be.
Yeah.
But he'll just kind of awkwardly break the silence and go, "Where did you find that?" I mean, him, her, it, the dragon.
Dothraki is going to be speaking in Draconic to Alkanash, and kind not mockingly, but just kind of what's the term?
Condescending?
Amused, but
Patronizing.
yeah, a bit condescending. That's the word. Just like, oh, I had it, and now it's gone. Oh, whatever. She's gonna just say something along the lines of that they want to know where I found you. Trying to be friendly.
Do you really think they're not going to attack? I'm starting to think they're not
And
going
she's
to
like,
attack.
if they were going to attack us, I'm pretty sure they would have done so already. But as I've seen with Alaire, anyone can be friendly and then turn. So, I told you you can do what you want. If you trust that they will not attack, then trust your instincts.
Theo is gonna be watching Dothraki as she speaks this, and then just go, "I don't speak that."
And
I'm
she's
just
going to
curious,
reply
you don't
in
have to say.
she's going to reply in Draconic to Akanash, and astoundingly, they do not speak Draconic.
That doesn't seem surprising. You're the only one I know of who does.
That's so cute. Oh, Akanash, I love him.
I don't know, I heard Rin's getting pretty good at Draconic.
Speaking of Rin, what is going through Rin's head at the moment? You've been quiet.
Quick burp.
Mm-hmm.
He's just very tired now.
Okay.
Probably has not cried like that in years, like decades, probably
Centuries.
centuries. Oh yeah, I just found out today how old he is.
Even since
He's
you
old.
were last at Avatha?
Oh no, that wasn't centuries
That was
ago, was
only
it? I
50 years
forgot.
ago.
Yeah. Okay, so decades.
Okay.
Oh, anyway,
Potato.
He's getting old. He forgets.
Poor old man.
is he leaning more on Untraki, or is he supporting himself more now?
He's still just he's got like an arm on the elk and is still he's not supporting his own weight fully yet.
Okay.
The campsite ready.
Yeah, it doesn't take long with this many people working on it.
Sapphire's gonna kind of eye Rin. Are you sure that none in your party needs healing? I can heal.
I mean, Untraki has 37 health out of 50, so that's a little bit.
I just pointed at Andraki.
And Untraki's gonna glare at Crystal.
Come on! I'm just trying to be a good sister.
I
Theo mutters
appreciate
something to himself in Elvish.
meta game. I really appreciate
Elvish,
Crystal doing this, but in
Would you
character.
speak
Rin speaks Elvish.
I'll DM you what he muttered to himself.
Okay.
But in character,
I'm
everything
fine.
that happened, Untraki is her trust issues have just after she rebuilt them, after what happened with Norak, they have just gotten broken again. So she, as per how I wrote her, will not be trusting anyone. Omitting Tristal, Rin, and Alkanash. Well,
She's so
Alkanash
good
will
at
see.
me.
Sapphire, with Tristal pointing, she's not gonna say anything, but she's gonna cast Preserve Life on Untraki and Rin, and both of you can restore 15 hit points.
I don't think I'm down any hit points.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'll just
Yeah,
cast it
but-
on Untraki, and you restore 30 hit points.
Rin's gonna mutter back in Elvish. You get used to it.
Theo kind of, one of his ears, he is a half elf. He has very pointed ears poking through his hair. One of them kind of perks up at Rin, and he'll just look over, and then just give a slow, knowing nod.
I am, after the glare from Andraki, I am just going to go to the outskirts and just look around, find the best spot to take watch, and wrap my cloak around me, and back to the people, and just sit and watch and quietly cry.
Okay.
Untraki. Oh, did I interrupt
oh.
again? All right, you go. You go. You go.
Whoop.
You go. You go.
I just wanted to know do you still look hurt at all?
Me?
Yeah.
She healed over.
I mean,
Untraki.
I got blood on me still, but that's
Okay.
probably from just the wounds that have now closed.
Okay. That's all.
She looks hurt, like mentally and emotionally, if that's what you meant.
I don't have a spell for that.
No, it's okay. To be honest, she is probably glowering at Sapphire because she did not want to be healed by someone who everything right now is just very, very confusing to her. So she is going to. Where is Rin right now? Is he? She would have
Aside
probably
from
helped him
Tristal, you're all
sit down.
gathered around this same little, I say, probably a campfire going.
Okay. She would probably set Rin down. I can message you what she says to him quietly. If people want to, maybe if people want to roll, I guess perception to see if they hear her as well. But she's basically just gonna. No, I don't need to message you. She'll just say that I need to be alone. I'll take Alkanesh. I need to be alone for now. Alkanesh will come with me, and she knows how that sounds because she's I'll be alone, and then takes the dragon. But she's gonna go off into the woods somewhere with Alkanesh, and she is going to spend that time telling Alkanesh all she knows about the beginning of Silverline, starting with the caravan, and then telling him the story of everything that happened and making sure that he knows who Dak and Alaire were.
Okay. So that leaves Rin with Sapphire and Theo at the fire.
Theo is going to leave his sword on a bench nearby and then just kind of flick one hand through the air, and the grindstone out of his pack is picked up by a spectral hand and starts sharpening his sword for him.
Oh, neat.
Oh, great. Is he fancy?
Maybe.
This is gonna be great.
He's using mage hand to sharpen his own sword. Yes, he's a
No
little fancy.
way. Okay. Oh, shush. Rin.
Rin, when he sits down, the elk will come up and kind of be like a chair back, if that makes sense. You know, yeah. Then he's not really going to particularly say anything. He'll probably just have Ektal on his lap.
Okay.
Theo is just watching that then.
It's a beautiful golden, a broad short sword, clearly of dwarven design. Doesn't really fit the rest of his aesthetic.
I'm gonna roll Arcana on it.
Okay.
8.
Nope. No history comes to mind.
That's funny, actually. He's gonna watch the grindstone move for a little bit and then just awkwardly look back at Rin, back to the sword, back at Rin. Is that your elk? You seem to have a lot of pets.
We've made a pact.
He's your
It is
familiar?
I should say, for the record, he looks like a celestial elk.
Oh.
So he has the glowing eyes and yeah.
So he'll ask then, is that your familiar?
Of a sort, I guess you could say. Not exactly.
He's beautiful.
So just nod.
I'm gonna stare back at the fire.
I'm just gonna be
Man
reading a
talk.
book.
Man talk.
Sapphire's just kind of gonna be off to the side, just reading.
Okay.
She feels uncomfortable at this point.
Good.
Takes quite a while before Unthraki and Akanesh return. I'm going to roll a survival check for Akanesh because he's hungry and going to try and catch something. But he fails.
Oh, he's so hungry.
So eventually they come back. Tristal is still on watch. You guys gonna do anything further
sorry.
before a night's rest?
I don't think I need to, no.
My Wi-Fi kind of blipped. I didn't hear the last, like,
Well,
30
you weren't
seconds.
there.
Uh,
No,
Ak-
what happened? Heard something. I got back when Akanash was mentioned.
yeah, Akanesh was going to try and hunt something because he's hungry, but he failed. And then Tristal is still on watch as it's getting later into the evening. And I was asking if there was anything further you guys wanted to do before a night of rest.
I would like to try and catch something for Akanash.
Okay, roll a survival check. See if you can hunt something down.
Is my survival? Ew, that's
It's your dex.
it's my dex.
Oh no, it's your wisdom. Sorry, it's your wisdom.
17 plus 1.
Right. That would mean that Unthraki and Akanesh return with a wild pig carried between the two of them.
Ooh.
Killed with eldritch blasts.
Oh, it's already cooked.
Partially.
She'd like to say for the drag. It's for the dragon.
I wasn't saying anything.
And Unthaki's just gonna kind of glance over her, give her like the once over, shake her head, and then go back to the sitting down. She's gonna sit down beside Rin.
Okay. Akanesh will very noisily and messily begin eating the pig.
Sapphire's gonna pointily just kind of angle herself looking away from
Theo.
it.
Yeah, Theo is going to get visibly queasy and kind of go off to one of the nearby trees and just lean against it, looking up through the leaves.
Alright. After that's finished, Akanesh is going to try and put one of the pig's bones in the bag of holding if you allow it, Rin. Because you're still carrying that.
Yeah.
Right.
Delicious.
I'd
One
like
pig
to. I don't have it in my notes. I meant to write it down if this happened, but did my siblings get sending stones?
Last you saw, they did not have any. They were left in Zelth. I believe you gave them money for them, but you haven't been contacted by them yet.
Okay. Then I will. I'd like to check in with Aaron.
Okay.
I'll just walk a little further away and draw a symbol on the stone and just be like, I'll speak quietly in case something harsh happened about it.
Okay.
Aaron? It's me. The rest of us had a bit of a hard hit. One of our group was killed by affiliated with Mogos. And since I can't talk to my family right now, I figured I'd talk to you and just see if you're okay. I hope you're okay.
I'm mostly okay. I twisted my ankle getting down some cliffs, but nearly to Zelth. I'll see if I can. You said your family was there. I can see if I can get my sending stone to them when I get there. Sorry to hear you've lost one of your own.
Well, despite the ankle, I'm glad you're still alive.
Despite all odds, I don't know how they've missed me at this point.
Tenacious.
Lucky. Very, very lucky.
Well, just do me a favor and stay alive. I don't really want to hear about any more deaths of people that I care about. Or friends. So, that's just... Yeah, have my siblings send me a message as soon as you're there.
Where did you say you left them? So I can find them and...
Oh, yes. I told you to go to the Hall of Histories? Is that what I said? I think it was Hall of Histories.
Yes, that sounds right. That sounds familiar.
Yeah.
I don't have anything to take notes with at the moment, and a lot on my mind, but I'll try and remember that.
Yeah, it's just the Hall of Histories. If you mention the Silver Line, I'm sure they'll get you to where you need to go. Please keep me updated if you see anything that's related to this war that's brewing. That's happening.
Latest things I've heard is that Kygel is in bad shape, evacuated, possibly burned to the ground, and our forces in the south are still out of reach. We can't really expect help from Durnoth, I'm afraid. Our king was never one to make alliances. And even if he did, then Iraka's horde is still sitting on the border, keeping anyone from getting through. So, we're gonna have to try to solve this ourselves, as best we can. Worst comes to worst, maybe get yourself on a ship, sail across the sea, start a new life in a different country, because Wynoria might not be around much longer.
Your plan?
Get to Zelth, and come up with a plan. Oh, I thought you were asking what my plan was. No, I don't intend to leave. I want to make an effort. Can't say how much good it'll be, but I don't want to give up on this.
Anyone you care about? Any family you know of? Oh wait, no. You just... Sorry, my mind's been a mess. Right.
That's to be expected.
Well, I should go.
Alright.
I need sleep.
Same
and
here.
You need to stay safe, so...
I hope you share in my good luck and stay safe.
That would be nice. Alright. Give all my siblings a hug for me when you find them.
I don't know if they'd let me do that. I don't think I've met any of them before.
I'm sure there are some that would give you a hug if they knew that you're my friend. Specifically the two youngest.
I'll give it a try, I suppose. Good night.
Good night. And now I'm tired, so I go and... If there's anyone else awake, I'll just come back and be...
It is
Does anyone want to take the second
fully
watch?
dark now, but no one has turned in yet.
Ah, changing the watch.
The watch that was set by me, yes. Do you want the second one?
Might as well. I'll stand up, and he holds his hand out as the mage hand brings his sword back to him, and then he sheathes it and marches off to where Tristel was.
Okay.
As he passes, I'll be like, your gauntlet. May I see it? For a
What of
second,
it?
please? Can you show it to me?
I suppose. He'll hold his arm out. The gauntlet in question is almost like a fingerless glove that goes all the way up to just before his elbow joint. It's entirely smooth black metal, and there's a little, like a pulsing green light on the back of his hand.
Whoa!
Could be some kind of gem.
Whoa! Your name, Bookie Barnes? No.
Threshold?
I've never seen anything like this.
Me neither. Found it during, the Havoc, or at least someone said that he did and sold it to me. It's come in handy. Watch. He's gonna hold his arm out, and a thin metal cable ejects from the gauntlet and snatches a branch from a nearby tree, whipping it back into his hand. It has its uses. He throws the twig to the side, and then... Is there anything else you'd like to know about it?
Metal arm make Undrek so happy.
Yes,
just be
for
like-
anyone who plays Threshold, it is an exosuit grapple module.
Oh,
I
But
have
he does not know that.
nothing that fancy. The closest I have is my bolt. It returns to my crossbow, so it's similar, but no,
Well.
not as sleek.
He'll look at the gauntlet, watching the light for a moment. He says, none of my magic understands it. It seems to be some kind of machine, best I can assume.
Warforged, maybe?
Warforged? No. Well, I can't say for certain, but I have reason to believe, he's gonna flip it over and kind of flex his fingers, that it used to belong to the Watchers. But those are just a fairy tale, aren't they? He'll march off to the watch post.
I'll mutter as he walks back to myself, like, a lot of fairy tales are coming alive nowadays. And I'll hit the hay, because I'm a tired woman.
Alright.
Undraki would be still seated by Rin, like her shoulder and arm are like she's making sure that she's able to still be very close to someone she trusts, but her head is leaning back against the tree, and she is like her eyes are open, and she's not going to bed anytime soon.
Wait, hold on, just for clarification. And Becky does trust Rin and Tristel, or does
Yeah.
trust Rin and not Tristel?
The thing that just happened cemented her trust in them, but now they are pretty much the only people that she trusts. And Twiggy May.
Okay.
But Kygo's overrun, so she might be dead.
Okay.
Sapphire. The little dragon marches up to you and draws a square in the dirt and then looks at you expectantly.
Just kind of gonna like look at it and just look at him, and then like try to find Untraki because she has no idea what this means, or if the dragon can even understand her.
What would she say?
She just said, "I don't know if Untraki's still awake, right?"
Mhm.
She's like, I forget your name. Untraki, was it? I'm not sure what this means.
magic. He wants you to put magic in the square.
Oh, okay. I'm going to do thaumaturgy and do fire play inside the square.
Okay. Would you mind a performance check?
Yeah, I have a -1 in that, so that's gonna be awful. That was a nat 1.
You got a 0.
I got a 0. No, I wanted the dragon to like me.
Unfortunately, the square is close enough to the actual fire that it just kind of looks like flame from the actual fire is doing this on its own, and he's still just looking at you and then back and forth.
I'll put like a leaf inside the square and then cast light on it.
His eyes go wide, and he looks visibly happier than you've seen him all day. Gonna turn to Anthraki and say, "She has magic hands too, like Rin."
That's so cute.
Unthraki's gonna kind of let her head go forward off the tree, look at him with a very kind of serene smile, and there's a lot of love in her eyes. But look, like sort of like how a mother would look at a child who just brought a frog to their doorstep, like proud that they're like so happy, but like it's just she like genuinely is happy to see that he's happy, and she's like, she has magic hands too. It's just like agreeing with him.
Akanesh is going to move quickly over to Rin and shove his head in the back of Holding before coming back and plopping a little silver ring down in the center of the square, looks up at Sapphire and just says, "Nakahoch."
For me, or do you want me to cast some magic on it? I'm gonna kind of like look at Anthraki again, like,
What I would understand what he says, right?
Yeah, you know it's the Ring of Cold Resistance, and he said not cold before forgetting he's still speaking Draconic, and got a 19 on intelligence, so says in common, not cold.
Oh, I see. Yes, it's not cold.
Unthraki's gonna facepalm.
Looks over to Anthraki for help.
Yeah, I'm just
Unthraki's
so
gonna
confused.
facepalm and then speak in Draconic. He's like, you want her to make it not cold?
None of us need it. I was giving it to her and trying to tell her what it was.
You want to give her the ring.
We don't need it.
I mean, we don't, but okay, so if with a 19, she would probably urge him to, like, you would say, for you.
Yeah.
Faru.
I'm gonna kind of like just
Unthraki's gonna, like,
bleeding eyes look at
she's like-
Anthraki.
Unthraki is not looking at her, but she's going to be just like nodding along very seriously with what he said. Like, that's very good. That's very good. And then in common, she's gonna said for you.
Oh, I'm not sure if your party would be okay with me taking this. So maybe you should ask them first.
Oh,
and
sorry,
then...
I'm so...
It's okay. It's okay. That was all.
Unthraki would have interrupted as she spoke, because like, it's a ring of cold resistance. None of us need it.
Oh, well, then thank you. I really appreciate it. What is the dragon's name? What is your name?
Unthraki is going to ask Akanesh, like, your name. She wants to know your name.
Akinash.
It's nice to meet you, and thank you. I'm gonna like put
Very
the
sharp
ring
teeth.
on.
Akinash. Ugh. Ugh. I love this little dragon. At that, then Untaraki is going to lean her head back and kind of look over at Rin and kind of nudge his shoulder, and then just whisper, like, "Are you okay?"
Let me roll to see if he's trance shit.
And okay.
That's a 19. He's out.
So from her angle, she probably wouldn't be able to see much. Like, "You okay?" And kind of lean forward and look at his face, like, "Oh, okay." And kind of take the blanket that she has out of her pack and kind of spread it over him, and then lean up against a tree and like, "Oh, can I sleep?"
Okay. Are we watching
And
them
so
still?
she's like, "What do you think?"
I like her. I don't know about him.
Is that why you gave her the ring?
Yeah?
And she's gonna shake her head and speak and like say in like draconic, like kind of mutter like, that means very different things if you were a dragon. And she's gonna spread out like the.
It's a good thing Rin wasn't awake.
She would, yeah. You failed. She's gonna reach into Rin's pack and take out that blanket. I think he wouldn't mind, and spread it out beside her, and then just like pat it for Akana. She's like, "Then that's up to you. I can't be making all the decisions for you. So if you want to like her and have her, if you want to trust her, that is up to you." And then as he settles down beside her, she's gonna kind of run her hand along like the behind the horns on his head and just like, "But between you and me, I don't like her friend. That one is the one we need to look out for." She's gonna like nod kind of conspiringly, like she seems okay, but that man. And then give him a dramatic wink, like, "We need to keep an eye on him."
Okay.
And
This poor dragon.
no, I'm imagining this little baby dragon that is so cute. Oh.
This little baby
she's-
dragon that's being manipulated.
Manipulated.
Right.
I was making sure that it was like very dramatic, like we need to keep an eye on him. That's what I. Oh wait, but no, he's a baby, so he doesn't understand it. Me?
Theo, if you're
I
taking the
didn't
next...
know.
Can you please give me a perception check as people bed down and you're taking watch, Theo?
Okay.
I will do
13.
it very quickly.
13? Alright. Yep. Nothing disturbs your watch, and you don't fall asleep during it. What's going through your head as the hours tick by? You've made this camp for these people. They said they'd give information in exchange, and you haven't been offered so much as a speck, but...
Well, I know that they are hurting from something. They didn't tell me what, but they had just been in a fight. It's best at this moment to just kind of help them feel safe and try in the morning.
Okay. And as your watch comes to an end, who do you wake to take the last watch?
Probably Sapphire,
Okay.
since she's the only person I know here.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'll just wake up and do the watch. I
Okay.
can
Perception.
I'll just
perception.
flavor it as he's changing out. Seems like a quiet night. Good luck.
Thanks. Have a good sleep.
I'll try. He'll eye the trees around
Yeah.
with kind of disgust.
I'll wake you up if anything happens.
And there's still
Thank
a mess from where there once was a pig.
Yeah, and I'm gonna like very pointedly and like avoid that area. My perception was 19.
Okay, yeah. You keep a very strict watch, making sure nothing intrudes on the camp. What's going through your head at this time?
Kind of just like almost resignation of like, yeah, this is happening. This is what it is. I'm just gonna continue doing what I'm doing. This dragon is so cute, but I don't think the rest of them like me, so I'm just gonna kind of stay with Theo, because that's kind of the whole reason why I'm here.
Okay. Morning dawns. Oh. Whoops, I thought it was the 7th, but it's the 12th. Not really an important detail, but as you're all waking
I'm
up...
writing this down.
Yeah. As you're all waking up and all still in one piece, no betrayal in the night, the task comes to you to decide which way you're going now and what your next plan of action is.
As morning comes up and people start like waking up, can Sapphire go and try to hunt something to give to Akanash?
Yeah, go ahead and make a survival check.
Can she roll at disadvantage because of Unthraki's glare?
No.
I
If
don't
you
think
were a
that's
bard,
how.
that might actually affect in some cases.
13 plus 5, that's 8.
18. You find a second pig and come back.
Yeah,
in.
I'll be like, I have not as much strength, so I'll be kind of like dragging it in to the camp as people are waking up.
Theo is gonna. He's like gonna crack an eye open, go, Sapphire, and then flick his hand again, and a mage hand will help tug the pig.
At Unthiraki would be up kind of early, like with the sunrise. Would she be able to wake up Akanash and kind of like, hey, look, we have breakfast. You see who's bringing it?
Oh.
And then she's gonna like pat him on the side, just like, looks like your instincts were right.
I just ate yesterday.
And she's like, I know you did, but maybe like don't. This is supposed to be like a gesture of kindness, so it
He's
might seem a bit
starting
rude
to look worried. I don't have to eat the whole thing, do I? I don't.
No,
think
you
I
don't.
can.
We can save it for later.
Okay.
It's okay. You can thank her, and then maybe eat just a little bit to.
Okay.
Sapphire's gonna kind of approach Akanash. She has no idea if he can understand her or not still.
Well,
Unthiraki will hold up a hand and just like he ate yesterday, go along with what he does.
Oh, so he can't understand common.
No. Well, I mean, a little broken bits and pieces,
Okay.
but he's learning.
Can you tell him that there's no pressure to eat all of it? That I did this because he gave me a gift yesterday, and I'm thankful, and he can do whatever he wants. If he wants to share it, he can.
She is going to raise an eyebrow and just say very flatly to Akanash, just like, she's buttering you up.
Eh?
You gave her the ring. She gave you a pig.
Oh. Okay.
I think she's gonna like kind of sit forward, rolling her shoulders back and stretching out the sore muscles from She has not slept against a tree in a long time. She's normally just sleeping on the ground in a sleeping bag. And so her muscles are kind of tight, plus from all the stress. And she's going to kind of look over at Rin, see how he's doing, and then look back at Akana. She's like, I'm pretty sure it's because of your adorable face that people cannot resist it. Except maybe Tristal.
I didn't know I was adorable.
Sapphire's gonna kind of like walk away, muttering under her breath how she needs to find a book on how to speak Draconic.
Speaking of which, after a more or less half-hearted attempt to eat some of the pig, Akanesh is going to request some more lessons in Common, and those of you who would like to try and learn Draconic can roll intelligence
I would like
checks
to.
for that.
I will do
Intelligence.
that.
Yeah,
I will
because
add-
I am very interested in this thing. Dirty 20.
That's one success for Sapphire.
7.
You know,
It's probably like
nothing.
half-heartedly.
Unfortunately, Theo
Yeah, he was
took
barely
Draconic
paying attention.
lessons from Rin. Akanesh got like a 5, so that does not go through. Anyone else trying to learn a language today?
I got 13.
Alright, another success for Tristal. You're a
I'm not
quarter of the way
awake
there.
How many
You sleep for
successes
4
do you
hours,
need?
dude.
Yeah, but you can choose to stay in trance longer.
Oh, okay. It takes 20 successes.
Ooh, that makes sense.
And failures put you into the negative.
Only Jake's 0 got him into a negative.
Oh,
Rolled a
okay.
natural 1 minus 1.
Sapphire is gonna try to find a book on Draconic as soon as possible. She wants to be able to talk to him.
Okay.
I'm gonna wake up.
I'm out metagame. That's very sweet. In game, Undraki's gonna find that very suspicious.
Yeah, that's fine.
What were you saying, Deb?
After waking up, I'll just go to the fire, pull out some of my cold rations and just warm them up, and then if Theo and Sapphire are around, I'll gesture them over and be like, I think we should talk.
I was hoping
I'll
you
look
would
at-
say that soon.
I'll look at Rin and Thraki and be like, feel free to chime in if I say anything wrong.
Undraki's just gonna sit back against the tree again, kind of tug the blanket up higher around Rin's neck, and then just kind of shake her head like, I'm talked out. Have enough to handle with. Jerks her chin towards Akanash, and then towards Sapphire, like, and whatever her deal is. And
What did I do?
She's gonna squint.
Whoa, hey.
You sound so similar to Alaire. Oh,
It's almost like they're the same person
Yeah.
behind the screen.
Mm.
wait,
Insight
Sapphire is the scythe personified.
What?
What?
Pure evil.
I'm lawful
Anyway.
good.
Oh, lawful good. Never mind. I take it back.
She's a whole different kind of evil.
Oh.
Yeah.
She's the government.
She's the opposite of evil. Oh no!
Government.
Okay, back to game.
Anyways.
Back to game. Undraki's staying by Rin's side, and yeah,
And Rin is zonked out.
it's a nice word.
Zonk.
Zonk.
It's a
Zonkers.
technical term.
I'll be
Anyway.
slowly eating my rations, and after I finish that, I'll go on to cleaning my weapons and checking that they're all in place and such. But as I talk. Well, I guess it would help me to know what you were looking for. I don't know if I know where to start.
Well, as for what I'm looking for, I'm trying to find whoever's responsible for commanding the Morgozan guards that burned down my academy and forced myself and Sapphire out of our homes. I don't think there were any survivors besides us. So I don't know what else to do, to be honest. If not, bring some... He's gonna kind of flap his arms around half-heartedly, some justice to whoever's behind it. That's what I'm looking for.
Sorry for your losses.
Thank you.
Thank you.
But from what we've learned is this goes far beyond small skirmishes and incidents of towns. This is cities. This is civilizations. This is
It's war.
races. This is war.
I'm aware. Trust me, we both are.
You say you're looking for a particular someone?
Well, I was hoping you'd be able to fill that hole. You said you might have answers for me. Do you know who's behind this invasion?
Oh.
My mom. No.
My mac and cheese mom.
Put the tea and boiled it.
Mac and cheese.
I will slowly and surely get through every single detail about. I mean, I can do it in roleplay if you guys want me to, but
Nah, you don't have to.
sorry, I don't have a light. I will tell them about my mom and her deal with the people in Morgos. I will tell them about the White Dragonborn. I will tell them about the songbirds being corrupted, about my friend Aaron. I will tell them about all that's going on in Belting, about the tunnels, about my family escaping. I'll tell them about my brother. And as I talk about Caleb, I'll kind of choke up and be like, and I have a feeling that just strengthens day by day that he's not one of the living anymore because of this. And
Well, you can't just give up on him, can you?
it's more than that. It's, well, I can get into that another time, but I think I know for certain that he's not around. But there are people everywhere that are working to take over Winoria, to change it, to corrupt it, and I know some people very close to me, like my mother, who see it as the best thing because of the king and his dealings, and there is no one really that I know of that can help. At least no armies, just small dragglers, small parties that want peace.
Theo.
Well,
I'll tell them
yes.
about the Dragonborn visiting us in dreams and
Okay.
Yeah.
That only happened to you.
the Dragonborn? The White
Yeah,
Dragonborn?
you're the only one that he
collective?
visited in a dream.
What about the collective dream?
Oh, that was not so much him visiting you as you seeing him killing
Yes.
something through its
Yes.
eyes.
Yes, that's what
Okay.
I mentioned.
I
Mhm.
can see that.
And then yes, I will mention
Yeah.
the personal one. Which
Okay.
I don't think that Andraki and Rin know about, but
I'll be like, Theo,
Hmm.
I think this is bigger than us.
You think?
I think this is bigger than what your original goal can handle. We are two people who came from a pretty sheltered small town.
And now that town is ash, Sapphire. And there's one person behind it.
We can live on. If we do this, we both might die.
Sapphire, now isn't the time. He's gonna turn back to Tristal. That's a lot to think about. But I thank you for holding up your end of the bargain. I wanted answers, and you gave them. He's gonna hold out his hand for a handshake.
I just look at him warily and I'm like, this isn't to say that because I talk that I do fully trust you. We've had too many instances where the people that we trusted too fast betrayed us, and you both seem to be
Unstable.
deeply affected by this war.
If it helps, I can always cast the zone of truth.
I don't think that's necessary. You will forgive the slight of me not accepting the handshake, though.
I understand. He drops his hand. The Songbird's training is not easily forgotten, I assume.
You could say that, but I don't count myself one of that crew anymore.
Good. That means I can trust you. He'll give a quick nod and go, "You don't have to trust me. Not yet, at least. But just know that you are not my enemy."
And I do not intend to be yours.
That is wise.
I hope I'm not being.
You shut up, you big fat
Rin, wake up! Some guy's testing us.
No, I'm playing his character.
Divine smite.
I'm kidding.
like,
I-
that's it.
I hope I'm not presumptuous, and I'm not asking for trust. However, I've noticed that your party does not have support as a support. I am a healer, and I was considered quite good in my small town.
Theo is nodding as she says this.
Theo was considered quite good at his practice as well, and we can help each other, I hope, accomplish this goal. And if you'd have us, we hope that, we hope that trust can be earned. We don't have anywhere else to go.
I won't even look at Andraki, but I am like trying my hardest to not look at Andraki as I say, I know
If
that
you
I
need
don't
time
speak.
to think.
No, just I've been thinking about this for a long time, but I don't mean to be always the spokesperson for our group, but we've
There's
been
no
through
need.
many scrapes. We've been through many scrapes together, and I, for a while now, have felt the need that we needed to open it up for more members. And so I, for one, despite the not trusting and needing to get to know you, know that the more the better, especially in this with more and more ghosts and soldiers on the roads and pillaging and who knows what else is out there. Red dragons! Oh, did I mention there's a red dragon that we might have maybe trailing us? I don't know.
Untraki will have stood up now, and there is a visible change on her expression. She from
Another glare.
no, from
bigger
what
one.
I'm sorry.
Tristal can see, as Tristal is the only person here now.
Hi, Gordon.
The best way I could describe it is Undraki, her expression is the same as the expression you saw on her when you first met her. Just the mask of calm happiness. And she'll shrug and like, Tristal, what's the harm? If anything, Silverline can go back to 3 members. We already know our strengths.
Sapphire's just gonna stand and bow and just say, I thank you for your kindness. Mainly to Tristal. I'm directing it towards Tristal, not Undraki.
May I ask how tall Sapphire is?
I don't know standard orc height.
Ah.
Forgot to look that up.
Probably like 6.
Yeah, let me look
Probably
it
like
up.
8 feet.
Yeah, probably like 10 feet.
I
She's
did
10
once.
feet.
My first character ever was a 7-foot orc named Gorsh.
So it's just standard height, so she can be almost 6 feet tall.
Okay. Yeah, I forgot where I was going with that. But Untraki is gonna kind of nod and fold her arms and then lean against the tree, one foot going up and just like kind of kicking back against it, and just like, well, Tristal, and her eyes are going to now look at Tristal, and the look is one that Tristal knows now to be just like, it's kind of like Untraki's testing her again, is like, well, you're the leader, quote unquote, not like mocking, but kind of mocking, because Tristal's been calling the shots now, and Untraki is like, okay, so now what?
I'll just level gaze with her as I stand up on top of a log so I can be as tall as her. No, just look here. No, and there'll be an expression like, I mean, I've seen this coming for a while, and I'll just tug my hood up onto my head and be like, well, I guess that means you're part of the Silver Line.
Untraki's gonna raise her hand like, wait, we need Rin's. We will not make a decision without Rin.
I don't mind waiting.
Well, good, you'll have to.
Okay.
The elk will nudge him awake.
And
He's not gonna say anything.
Yeah, he has no idea what's going on. Everyone else tensions are just high.
Tristal will just like cross arms and be like, Anthraki, would you like to be the leader of the Silver Line?
Untraki is just gonna start laughing and then crouch to wake up Rin.
Rin's
I
awake!
gotta go to the
Already
bathroom real
awake.
quick.
He doesn't know that.
yeah,
Rin doesn't know he's
awake.
awake!
as you crouch, he looks at you and it's still embarrassing, but yeah, he's awake.
And the first thing that Untraki is going to say is that they want to join our party.
I never explicitly said that.
And she's gonna hold up a finger, like Just like, wait. Just wait.
Theo's gonna
That's what
shake
the
his
finger
head.
says.
No, if I may. I feel like this is too dire of a situation to let our emotions turn us into children.
So just sits back
Rin-
down and is like, oh,
So
man.
far, only 2 of you have shown sense, and 1 of you has actively worked to almost disband the entire party. So no, I don't want to join immediately. I want to be very clear. You are a means to an end at the moment. I am not seeking friendship. I'm seeking
I'm not asking
companion.
for your friendship. I'm asking for your steel. And she actually looked
I
at the
already
sword.
offered
And
it
then,
to you.
gosh, never mind.
Rin is just going to stand up, look both of the newcomers in the eye, and just nod.
Finally, thank you.
Theo is going to shrug. I suppose that settles it. Where are you headed?
I'll look at Rin and say, I think we're going to his home.
I think
That's
there
where we were
are
headed before
more
Stone
important
Maiden.
matters, but I would not mind the detour. He'll look at Theo and Sapphire. Did you two pass by Abatha on the way here?
It
Did we?
would have been on the way, yes. It's it's marked on the map still as a town, but when you got there, it wasn't so much a town as you could only find a single house, like a log cabin. And there wasn't anyone inside when you got there, so probably would have been wise. I'm not saying you did, but the wise thing to do probably would have been to just carry on.
Yeah, I'll relay that. I mean, yes, seemed very small. It was only one standing structure, and we couldn't really see if there was anyone inside, so we moved on.
Would I know if that sending structure was there, Liam?
Last you
What?
saw, every building was burning down.
That's what I thought.
So last you figured, there was no one in Avatha, there was no Avatha. So is that where you're heading?
I'll cast a look to Tristol. It's certainly not the most pressing of matters, but what do you think?
Let's see, it would be...
Was it on the way to the...
Somewhat, yeah.
It's,
It
at
would
the
still be a
moment,
detour.
since you're by Stone Maiden, it's actually in the opposite direction of
Oh.
the Tanglewood.
Then I'll look at him
Avatha
again and be like,
is about 3 days north, and the Tanglewood is more like 2 days south.
I'll look back at Rin and be like, I know you want to see your home, but we just got information about what it looks like. Would you be against putting it off until we reach our destination that can help with this war? We'd have to backtrack quite a ways.
I think that's the wiser option is to forge on to the Tanglewood.
I'll turn to Anthraki. Anthraki, do you have a say in the matter?
After what Theo said, she would have been packing her stuff, and all the while she is smiling to herself.
Anthraki?
She's gonna sling her pack over her shoulders and just... What?
Are you coming with us? To the Tanglewood?
Is that even a question?
She just asked
It is.
it. Sorry. He'll kind of hold his head down.
I'll give Theo a look like.
To be honest, Unthraki
He's
probably would have done the
visibly biting his
same, except
tongue.
more exasperated. Poor guys, there's 3 girls against 2 guys. Well, plus Akanash. But he's a baby. Anyway, Unthraki's just gonna kind of shrug and then smile at Trista like, if we're where the silver line goes, I follow.
Even if the Silver Line has 2 tag-alongs that you don't trust?
She's going to chuckle and like, I mean, I didn't trust you at the beginning.
You don't seem to trust me very much right now.
And
This is a
she's
lovely
going
party.
to... What?
Nothing.
Tanglewood it is! Are you 2 coming? Despite
Yes.
the mess that this is?
Yes.
Alright.
Alright. Let's pack up and go. Before anyone else gets into another fight.
Sapphire's gonna kind of like just awkwardly start packing up everything. She
Theo
looks
is-
very nervous.
Theo's gonna look kind of confused and go, "That was a fight?"
Alright. Since it is a new day, you have all gotten the benefits of a long rest if anyone was injured or expended any spells. Setting off south in the direction of the Tanglewood. Rin, it is a compass day if you're wanting to get a read on that.
But we don't have...
Hmm?
No.
You don't have...
Wait, hold on. The dragon took us?
Huh?
Did a dragon take us?
Sorry?
Toss did, yeah. But it was a one-way trip.
So we don't have horses. We just have Rin's elk.
Ah. Yeah.
Otto.
I will pretend to ride a horse and gallop off into the woods.
Theo is going to finish lacing up his boots and fall in line with the party. And I'll just note that the rest of you notice his robes seem to be billowing a little bit too much for about how much wind there is here.
As you are walking, Theo, you notice you're the only one that the dragon is, like, staring at anymore. Not really regarding Sapphire with too much attention, but looking suspicious at you still.
I will attempt to speak at it in Draconic. A single word, and just ask, problem?
Make an intelligence check. Did you learn any Draconic? Let me see.
No.
Did not. It was a 7. It was bad. I got a 10.
Okay. He's going... Let me see what word you say instead.
Oh
Oh
no.
no.
Oh no.
Oh, he's gonna like curse him out or something.
You say what you think is problem. In reality, what Alkanesh and Unthraki hear is just the word dark. And the dragon's face turns from suspicious to... Huh?
I'm gonna look at Unthraki briefly and just go, did I say that right?
Unthraki, I sent you what she says in Draconic, but she's
Okay.
going to just shake her head like she's gonna nod at Theo and say something in Draconic to Akanash. So
Theo is going to pull out his book and make a quick note.
Oh no. Rin, were you wanting to use the compass today, or too much on your mind?
I want to. I just don't know what I want to use it on.
If Rin doesn't look like he's gonna do it, I would have been the one to remind him because I'm.
Oh yeah, Rin doesn't have to be the one to use it.
Yeah, I don't
Someone
have to be the
else
one to
can-
use it.
I'm soul focused. Just like let's get going now
Okay.
that we just gotta get this war over with.
If either Unthraki or Tristal have something they want to try and get a reading on, you could look at it as well. But only one person.
Oh, I don't have an exact reading. I would just been like, Rin, would now be a good time to use that compass?
I guess a little bit of metagame. Esther, do you have anything you want to search for?
She muted.
Oh.
It points toward what you're currently seeking. So yeah, it can. Oh. Okay. So Unthraki picks up the opens the box, and it's not just the compass inside. There's this 2-inch glass sculpture of a bird of prey and a folded note as well. But Unthraki taking a reading.
Wait.
Taking a reading on
Destroy
it,
the bridge?
you find that it points. Come on. It points straight north.
Any of us pack cold weather gear? I think not.
Is that
and
in
the
character?
Note reads, "While I was unsuccessful in removing whatever is inhabiting your hawk, I have managed to restrict its influence to a point that it has no control over Clear Sky's behavior. Break the sculpture to release him, keep an eye on the collar. If there are signs of damage, use the command word," and it's a word written in Celestial that means fragility, "to return him to glass and send back to me. Signed, Benric Avatan."
So I guess Unthraki would have reached into the box, held up the compass while simultaneously passing the sculpture a note to Rin. See the reading, kind of work her jaw, and then put the compass back down into the box and nod and hand the box over to whoever was going to use it next.
Rin is going to give her a curious look.
She's going to shake her head and just say later.
Alright. Considering the time, I think I'll save Clear Skies for next session.
Okay. As you're stashing that away for the moment.
Wait, so the compass can only be used once by one person?
Once per day.
Per day.
At all.
So, oh great. Okay, cool.
Yeah. You do
I didn't realize
begin
that was
to
a collective
hear
decision.
the sound of distant voices of varying pitches. One voice sounds much lower than the other, pretty gruff. The other is more of a raspy, high-pitched kind of squeaky noise. They're both speaking fairly broken common, and it's coming from, we'll say, maybe 200 feet ahead.
Everybody hears this?
Yeah.
Okay.
What they saying?
You start hearing things like,
"You come with us. We serve the Ruin Queen together. Glory,
Oh.
power. We will be strong."
Yes.
Oh,
and
fudge.
replied with, "No, you come with us. Join the deathless her horde." And
Oh.
sounds like there's some argument going on ahead.
Her horde.
Should we avoid that? Doesn't sound pleasant.
Do I recognize the voice of the one more higher pitched one?
Sounds similar to some voices you heard before. Old
Meh.
Manaya. Not identical,
That's
but
not.
Yeah, that's what I
Not-
was thinking of.
What?
Is it Borg?
doesn't sound exactly like Borg's voice, but it sounds similar enough that you think this might be a kobold up ahead.
Can I roll
it's probably-
insight for the deeper voice if I know what kind of creature it is?
Yeah, go ahead.
I 15 plus 1. Consistent.
15 plus 1, 16. It doesn't sound as deep as the ogre's voice,
Okay.
and gnolls don't tend to speak common. It could be a bugbear or maybe an orc.
I will pause and just turn around and say, does anyone have anything against me going and checking this out?
No.
Alone.
But I don't think it's
Why?
wise to be alone. At least take one person with you, please.
And Draki's gonna shake her head like she really does not need another person will just slow her down.
Okay.
Stay back. And I will crouch and stealth my way over as my last move before session ends.
Yep, we will end the session right there.
Very nice.
Should I roll or no?
We'll roll next week.
Oh,
Fine.
suspense.
Sweet. That was fun.
Thank you, everybody, for playing. Thank you, Gordon, for
Nice.
listening, being the audience.
Spectating.
Yes, indeed.
He's the kobold. He's the bugbear.
Limlin Mo shall return.
Yo,